Hey, what is going on, guys? So you have this stainless steel replacement band by JETech here. I'm going to show you how to make adjustments to it. Now, when you first get it, it's probably going to be too big for you. I was hoping it'd be an exact match for me. However, it is quite large. I already took off 2 links here. I'm going to take off more. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. It does come with instructions here, but you don't need this because this video is going to be a lot easier to explain. Okay, so first thing is, here's the tool that we're going to use to go ahead and pry out the little needles that are in here. This way we can go ahead and take off the links, okay? So first thing is, let me go ahead and take this band off the watch. And how you take these bands off, just press and hold the button on the back of the watch. Press and hold the button. Just hold it, and then you want to go ahead and just slide it out while you're holding it. Just like that. And the same thing on the other side here. It has a button here, so hold that button down, and then go ahead and slide this out. Just like that. It doesn't matter which way you slide it either. Okay, so take a look at the bands here, okay? So you can see that I have, you see these arrows here? So I have 2 arrows here. Now I had 3 on there, but I already took one off. So these are the ones that you can take off. And same thing on the other side here. You can see the other arrow is pointing down now, but there's 2 on here. There was 3 on this side as well. So the first thing that I have to do is go ahead and line this up. So the arrow is here, okay? So the arrow is pointing this way. So what I want to do is place it on here. And then when I place it on here, you can see the little hole in there for the needle, and basically we got to screw this little needle in here, so basically it pops out the other end. So when we lay it down like this, and it has to be perfectly flush, well, not perfectly flush, but pretty close. Once you keep screwing this in, it's going to pop the needle out, and it's going to show up here, okay? So again, make sure you kind of get the leveler like in place here. So let me pop that right there, and I can see the hole in there. So let me start screwing this in there, and let me get near the hole. The leveler is not perfect here, but this will still work as well. Let me just get it in the hole. Right there, it's in the hole now. And now it's going to be like a little bit of pressure. Right now it's a little bit of pressure. Okay, oh, there we go. And now it's like a little bit loose. And now I can see the other needle on the other end there. Now I can just go ahead and loosen this up, and now it's going to slide right out. So I'll loosen that up. And then what I have to do is, now I have to remember which position this is in. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this out. Just like this, okay, and then I remember that this side here is the top part. So when I go ahead and link it back together, I have to slide it back down. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one right here. And so I'm just going to take that one link off. So I have to use this one here because that's where the arrow is on this one here. So move that over, and let me do the same thing over here. So go ahead and line it up here like that, and let me start screwing in here. Let me try to hit that hole. It's not perfectly even there, but it's okay. I can kind of like play with it there. Okay, and then let me go ahead and start turning it. It's a little bit stiff right now. I see it coming out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now it's quite easy. Now let me go ahead and just unscrew this and whip that piece out. Now, one more thing I want to note too is, okay, so this needle is out right now. Now I can just go ahead and just pull this right out. Just like that. And I'll lay that right there, and I'll detach that link. Now also in the bag, what you got is like these other needles here. And what this is for is basically if you bend this one here or something happens to it, you can unscrew that off and whip that out, and then you can go ahead and replace it with one of these. Put it back in there and put that screw on top of it and go ahead and screw it back in. It's just a replacement. Anyways, okay, so I took one more off here, and now this should be the perfect size. Another thing I want to note too, if it's still like a little bit too big, but if you take another link off, it'll probably be too tight. So what you may want to do is over here too, there's another adjuster right here. You can see the 3 holes that are right here. You can actually take this pin out and then move this in like a little bit, and then use the second or the third hole as well, just to move in smaller increments opposed to actually taking one whole entire link off. So I'm going to go ahead and leave mine like this, and now I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the other side of the watch right here. I'm going to put it in just like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these needles here, and let me just pop it back in here just like that. Let me slide the needle in just like that. And the thing is, you're not going to be able to use your finger to push it in. I even tried like using this and pushing it in, and it didn't work. I mean, you could probably use a hammer anyways. This is what I did. So I basically just got this mechanism tool again, and I just laid this across here. And I just make sure it touched it and screwed it back in so it's perfect. Okay, now it's going in there. All right, it's almost in. There we go. Now it's perfectly in there, and now you can see, oops, you can see it's perfectly flush. There's nothing like sticking out. that's going to cut you or anything like that. So perfect. So let me go ahead and put my watch back on here. And now I can just slide it in. I don't have to press and hold down that little button. So you hear a click just like that. And same thing on this side here. Right there. And hopefully this is a perfect fit now. Let's see here. Perfect. Look at that. Nice. So pretty simple. I hope that helped you guys out. I have some extra links here and some pins if anybody has an extra large wrist size. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.